getting ready for the day and I thought I would vlog today because it's gonna be a really cute bookish day. I'm actually getting ready now to go for breakfast with my book club, with my in-person like friend book club, and we have not had an in-person meeting in like years. Because one of my friends lives in Switzerland and she is in London, so we are going to meet up for breakfast and talk about the book and just in general catch up and have a cute gorgy girl time. If you can see that my skin is like incredibly dry, then just ignore it. I'm really late and I don't have time to fix anything. We are getting ready quick and we are leaving the house. But I wanted to vlog today as well because after that I want to go and do a little bit of book shopping because I have some credit on a Waterstones card. I have about £15, a little bit more than £15 credit. And also I wanted to check out the charity shop, Bookshops up where we're having breakfast because I don't think I've ever checked them out over there. So I think that will be really fun. So come along with me while we go for a book club brunch and then as I go and do some book shopping and probably do some more reading later in the day. I'm currently reading Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. This is my physical book that I'm currently reading and I've been really enjoying it. I'm really surprised that I could just like jump straight back into the world again. Like I read Ninth House feels like years ago and it actually like is kind of all coming back. I just have to do a little bit of Googling on like some of the names and stuff. So this is the fit. I'm now ready to go to book club / brunch and I didn't even tell you which book that we're doing for book club and it's this book, The Safekeep. I'm so excited to talk about it because it's a 5-star read from me. So I'm gonna just put on my leather jacket because although it's so dark and moody today, it's actually not that cold. I need some lipstick first, but let's go and talk about this gorgeous book. It's absolutely typical. I leave in a huge rush and then the bus doesn't arrive. So annoying. Why am I always late? I annoy myself so much. It is pissing it down and I don't have an umbrella. Oh, also I'm listening to this audiobook and I'm really enjoying it. It's very fun. But look at this weather. I'm gonna get absolutely soaked. Why did I wash my hair today? So annoying. Vlog. It's been a while. We've been absolutely sitting and chatting and yapping. We didn't talk about the book at all, which is fine. But we had such a good catch up. Amazing food. And then we went and had a really cute little tea time as well. And now it was so horrible weather earlier and it is absolutely bright sunshine right now. So I was actually going to go and look at the Bookshop Black Books from the TV show. Which is like one of my favorite TV shows. Absolutely love it. It's like an old TV show from maybe, is it the 90s? It's that comedian. It's a travel bookshop. He owns it. He's like the most grumpy, miserable man. Okay. You'd probably recognize it, but I think it's closed, which is a shame. But we are also really close to Gay is the Word, which I've actually never been to before, and I need to go. It's an LGBT bookshop, so I'm gonna go and check that out. Maybe buy something. Maybe just browse. There's also this bookshop that we might come back and go to, Judd Books. Okay, we're here. Let's head in. I'm gonna see what's in the window. Oh, I've got it. Yeah. You have it? Yeah. Have you read it yet?
I was very intrigued by it.
I love the title.
Yeah.
New book coming out by this author very soon that I have the ebook version of. But I don't think the cover's been announced for the new book. I want to read these books, but I want to read them, listen to them, because I think Nicola Coughlan is the audiobook narrator of that series. I've read this one, but unfortunately did not love it. Some beautiful books. Look at this one. I need to read this one. I've been sent a copy, and it just sounds so much fun. Like gay Robin Hood. I have a secondhand section. I read this recently and absolutely loved it. Also, this is so good, but I absolutely despise
the covers that this author gets. Like there's this one, and then there's also this one. Like how heinous are those covers? Very tempted by the second in this series, Becky Chambers. Love Becky Chambers. This one, Fingersmith. I really want to read something by her. Apparently this is the best one, and I actually am obsessed with this cover. That is so cool. I wonder how much it is. Do they all have cool covers? Oh, they all have cool covers. Oh my god, that's such a bug. My favourite subsection, clearly. This is the book that's in my pocket. Going here next. Some secondhand books. These books are so cute, but not for me. That's what it looks like inside. Tori is heading off, but I think I'm gonna go and try and find a Waterstones. Okay, I'm off to find a Waterstones because I've got £15 to spend. I love autumn. I'm just wandering through these gorgeous gardens. The Waterstones I'm actually going to was my local Waterstones when I was at university. So it's like one of my favourites ever because it reminds me of uni. I think it's the same one. Yeah, I'm walking in the right direction. And it's like one of my favourite Waterstones. It's the one on Gower Street. There she blows. Gorgeous Waterstones. I'll probably swap over to voiceover now. I spent a ridiculous amount of time looking at the buy one get one half price tables. I was looking at Doppelganger for the non-fiction, and then there was actually loads on the fiction side that I was interested in, especially Eliza Clark, especially the Bee Sting. Did you know that this book is Harry Potter fan fiction? Because it absolutely blew my mind when I found that out. I was once again very tempted by the new Sally Rooney, but it's a hardback and I'm not a hardback girl anymore. I looked at this table, which was full of books that I love. Did you know that Han Kang has actually just won the Nobel Prize for Literature? I always like looking at these classics and modern classics tables, but these are books that I feel like I can find in charity shop, except for this Sarah Waters book. I have been meaning to read this for ages, and this cover is just stunning. I checked out the current bestsellers and wasn't too interested in them, and then had a jump scare, so beware. I also saw this beautiful new book by Sabah Tahir that I haven't heard much about, but I love the cover. I've never read Jeff Vandermeer before, but these covers, I don't know if they're new, but they are just stunning and I'm obsessed. I wandered off upstairs, saw some books that I've read recently, some that I liked, some that I did not like so much, and then I got sucked into another buy one get one half price table. Spent a long time browsing these. I really love these cutesy seasonal books, but I just don't feel like I need to own them and have them on my shelf. I did see this book, which I already have read and loved, and I saw Clytemnestra, which I bought last time from a half price table. I saw a few options to buy, but then spent a long time looking at the bookseller recommendations. This is always such a good place to find recommendations because who knows better than booksellers? At this point, I'm looking back at this footage and just like, why didn't I buy these Sarah Waters books? They are so beautiful and I'm really regretting it now. Spoiler alert, I did not buy these ones for the end of the vlog. I saw some of my faves and I saw that the Bees got a new cover and I was really tempted by this because I am collecting these editions. I saw all these cozy mystery stories that just have the cutest covers and titles. I always spend some time looking at these, and then at this point I was getting a little bit stressed, I was getting a bit overwhelmed. I needed to head into the fantasy section and make some actual decisions on what to buy. I needed to calm myself down, spending some time in the young adult section. I saw this book that's on my TBR for this month. I can't wait to read it. And then the real problems started because I had two books that were both full price and I did not know which one to buy, and I was going back and forth. I even put up a poll on my Instagram and I literally couldn't decide. It was between Mark Lawrence and Robert Jackson Bennett. I've read books from both of them and they are both great. I love this series, Red Sister, but I absolutely hate the covers. Stay tuned to see which one I bought at the end of the vlog. Okay, I'm at the bookshop. Damage was done and I'm heading home. It's a long journey home actually, it's quite an annoying journey, but I will do a haul when I get back home. So I'm back home. Let's talk about all of the books that I got today. But before we do that, I want to introduce you to this video's sponsor, Teddy Blake. You might have noticed that I've been wearing this bag out today, and having worn it all day, I can say that I wholeheartedly recommend. Teddy Blake bags are produced in the same factories as luxury brands, so they are meticulously constructed, and I can tell you this feels like such a luxury bag, and I've never had a luxury bag before, so I am just beyond impressed with the construction of this bag. So this bag is the Margot Stampato bag in the 9-inch in dark green,
and I absolutely love it. So you've seen me wearing it all day, but let me show you a little bit of what's kind of like inside. It's got this gorgeous gold chain that you can wear long, but also kind of half over your shoulder. It's in this gorgeous khaki dark green color, which is just so me. It has the Teddy Blake branding on the back. It's got this kind of suede internal lining, and there is a internal pocket as well. And I've got this bag like jam-packed full of stuff. You can easily fit a paperback in these bags, which is very convenient to me. And Teddy Blake release new designs every single month, and the designers work really hard to craft beautiful pieces that are made to last, but keeping the pricing much more affordable than any other luxury bag. You can have a luxury bag at a very fair price. So if you're looking for a very high quality bag at a really fair price, then you should definitely check out Teddy Blake, and there will be a link in my description so you can check them out. And I believe they've actually got a autumn sale going on right now, so definitely worth checking out. So thank you so much, Teddy Blake, for sponsoring this video. Absolutely thrilled to work with them. They are such a wonderful team. And now let's get into the book haul, because I did some damage in Waterstones. Firstly, before we jump in, I just finished this book on the way home. It took me a while to get home today, but I've just finished the audiobook version of this and I really liked it. It's so cute. Also, just absolutely love these covers. I love the vibe. You will have known about this series if you watched my light versus dark academia video recently, and I'm really excited for the third book because lots of people say they just get better and better as they go. Personally, actually, I think I preferred the first book despite the ending. I liked the ending of this one a lot better, but I feel like the first book was a little bit more like adventurous from the get-go, whereas this one I found like took a long time to get going. And also there just wasn't quite enough dragons in it for me. But this is really fun. This is the Tropic of Serpents, by the way. Sorry if I'm like waving the book around too much. By Marie Brennan, and it's the Lady Trent memoir series. So highly recommend this series. It's so much fun. But let's get into the book haul. I also have, oh God, sorry. I also have this book in here, which you will have known, I think, already my thoughts on this book. This is the book club book that we were supposed to talk about today, but we didn't end up talking about it basically at all. We just had a lovely catch up, which was delightful as well. But this is a 5 out of 5 for me. If you don't already know, have I done my wrap up with this book? When did I read it? I think I read this last month, so it'll be my last month's wrap up. Absolutely, the 5 out of 5, I loved it so much. If you're looking for dramatic, sapphic, historical fiction, packs a punch, super tense, it's like my number one for the Booker Prize shortlist. So that is the safe keep. But now let's get up to the books that I did buy, and I broke my own rule. My plan going in was to go for the books on the buy one get one half price tables because I had £15 voucher or like £16 voucher, and buy one get one half price usually get 2 books for £15, and I was like, easy, I don't even have to spend any money and I get 2 books. But then there was loads of really good ones on the half price tables. And then I was really torn between the 2 books that you will have seen earlier in this vlog. I put up a poll on my Instagram, and I was telling people which one should I buy. Obviously, in the end, I did buy both. I bought both. I couldn't help myself, so I did pay full price for both of these books. But that meant that I got the other 2 for free. So basically, I got 4 books for £20. That's not bad. That's £5 a book. That's really not bad. If I was in a charity shop, I would not like be, you know, mad at buying £5, you know, a £5 book. Well, maybe it would be a bit in a charity shop, but these are brand new. Anyway, the first one that I got is Foundry Side by Robert Jackson Bennett. I have been meaning to read this for so long. This is actually one of the books that's on my 24 priority reads for 2024, and we're getting to the end of the year and I have not read it yet, so this was kind of an essential buy, really, if we're thinking about it. I think this is a series. I'm not completely obsessed with this cover, but actually it's grown on me quite a lot. But I think I'm just used to seeing the hardback cover, or maybe the US cover, which they like, the cover is beautiful, but it's not worth me getting a hardback of a cover that I'm not even sure if I like the book yet. But it's been really well reviewed and I'm really excited for it. It's just been on my want to read list for so long. This is a fantasy series and it is a heist series. I love a heist. You are following an escaped slave and she is offered a very lucrative job to try and steal this ancient artifact. So I think it's going to be dark and twisty and about conspiracies and like finding yourself in the middle of like powerful political machinations. And then the other book that I could not help but buy as well, because oh, look at this cover. I've also been meaning to read this one for a long time, but this is Mark Lawrence's The Books That Wouldn't Burn, or The Book That Wouldn't Burn. And the reason I'm even more keen to read this now is because I read Mark Lawrence's other series, or the first book in it, Red Sister, and loved it. Was obsessed with the writing style, was obsessed with the storytelling, was so engaged. I loved it so much. So it's his newest series. There's a second book out now, but this is the first book, and I feel like this one I'm not gonna know what it's about until like I'm in it, because this is basically, I think it's like quite a mysterious book. It's about a library, like some people who have been living in a library for their entire life. I love library stories. I love books about books. I know I like his writing already, and also it's got an absolutely stunning cover. I love when the hardbacks have a beautiful cover and then they use that exact thing for the paperbacks as well, because I obviously much prefer buying paperbacks. So that is the second book I got, and then I got 2 more books. These are the 2 that I got on the buy one get one half price section. The first one being Penance by Eliza Clark. I have been meaning to read this for so long. If you know me, you know I love Boy Parts by Eliza Clark, and I have not yet read this one, so I couldn't pass up the chance to get it as a half price book. I believe this is kind of a true crime type story, but it's kind of like making fun of true crime as well. It's like a little bit of a satire maybe. Because it's Eliza Clark, I know it's going to be weird. I hope it's going to have like morally grey characters. I don't want to know anything else going in because I want to discover it for what it is, but I'm very excited about that, and that is Penance. And then the final book that I ended up getting is this one, which, to be honest, this took me by surprise. There's a few different ones. I was really going back and forth on what to buy. And then I ended up picking up this one, which is What You Are Looking For Is in the Library. I was a bit unsure about picking up this book. Like, it's been out for a while and I've seen it everywhere. And I was a bit concerned that it's going to be one of those like slightly, twee the right word? I don't know. Slightly like, I don't know how to describe it, but one of those books that is just like a little bit too sentimental maybe, is that the word? But so many people really recommend this one. And instead of it being, oh my God, I almost hit myself in the face. Instead of it being like just random stories about people in a cafe or in a restaurant, it is about someone who is an enigmatic librarian, and they're able to sense exactly what each visitor is looking for in terms of a book and like give them the perfect recommendation. That does sound right up my alley, as like that is like a personal mission of mine, to find someone their perfect book. So this does sound incredibly up my alley. It's also got just a stunning cover, and I thought, even if I don't love it, at least it looks pretty on my shelf. So let me know if you've read any of these 4 books. I'll be so interested to know. Actually, let me know if you've read any of these 6 books that I've just talked about. Also The Safe Keep and The Tropic of Serpents. I'd love to know. I'd love to know your review, because I am so excited to read them. So I hope you enjoyed this daily vlog of me book shopping in London. And thank you again, Teddy Blake, for sponsoring this video. I feel very lucky. Please remember to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will talk to you again soon. Bye.